Just imagine. The person whom you once considered your everything. You see him standing at the door of Bank of London, amidst the crowd after years. Old uniform in his hand, torch on his shoulder, and sweat on his forehead. That person has become a security guard. He's not a stranger, but your own divorced husband. Then what will happen to your heart? This is the story of Sophia and Andrew, who were separated by society, circumstances, and misunderstandings. But fate brought them together at such a turn that everyone's heart trembled. The door of the bank was echoing with the crowd. People were coming and going, counting notes, ignoring the security guard and moving forward. Sophia reached the door of the bank with a passbook in her hand and tiredness in her eyes. Then her eyes fell on that guard. She froze. Her heart stopped beating. "Ah, Andrew." Her lips trembled. There was the same face in front of her, full of wrinkles, tiredness in the eyes, but the same recognizable look. The same Andrew, whom she had once married, whom she had once loved more than the world. Andrew looked up, kept looking at her silently for a few seconds, then said in a bowed voice, "Madam, the line is inside. ... Please go." This word, madam, pierced Sophia's heart like a thorn. She stood there. "You ... here." Her eyes became wet. Andrew turned his eyes away. "Yes, one has to do duty to earn a living. Dreams whose foundation we both had laid together." They collapsed. "Now only this is left," Sophia said in a trembling voice. "You have changed, Andrew. Where is that sparkle in your eyes gone?" Andrew laughed bitterly. The sparkle. It had gone with you when you signed in the court. Sophia's tears flowed down her cheeks. "Don't say this. I signed that under compulsion. I thought that maybe you will be able to take care of your life after coming out of this relationship. But what I am seeing today is like nothing to me." Sophia's eyes were continuously getting filled with tears. Andrew, standing on the steps of the bank, kept looking away as if he wanted to avoid talking to her. Sophia said in a trembling voice, "Andrew, do you really not want to recognize me? Or have you hated me so much?" Andrew took a deep breath and spoke in a low voice. "Hate, I wish I could. If I had hated, my eyes would not have been wet today. If I had hated, my heart would not have been so heavy on hearing your name. To tell you the truth, Sophia, even today, you are the only one in my heartbeats. But now, I have no right." Sophia stepped towards him, wiping her tears. "Then why did you break yourself so much? Why are you standing at the doors wearing this uniform? You are the person who knew how to dream, who used to tell me, 'One day I will make you the happiest person in the world.' Where have those days gone?" Andrew's lips trembled. Sitting on a chair standing nearby, she said, "I was lost. The day I lost my job, the day when the society said, 'Look, the girl was good, but the boy turned out to be useless.' The day when your relatives taunted me and I kept quiet, because I was afraid that you would cry. And the worst day was when I saw your signature on the paper in the court. It felt as if someone had pulled out the heartbeat from my chest." Sophia burst out, "Andrew, don't say this. I never accepted that paper from my heart. The fear of losing you was so great that I bowed down. I thought that maybe if I move away, you will be able to handle yourself. But look today. I am broken, and so are you." What did we achieve? The lines of regret deepened in Andrew's eyes. "Sophia, you don't know how I spent my nights after the divorce. First I got drunk, then in debts, and then I took up this job out of compulsion. I slept every day." Sophia broke the silence and said, "Andrew, do you remember our wedding night? The whole house was lit up with lights, and you whispered in my ear, 'Sophia, now the real story of our life will begin. I will give you every happiness.'" Andrew took a deep breath. "Yes, I remember. At that time I felt that I had all the power in the world. Just your laughter was enough for me, but—" He became silent for a while. His eyes were moist. Sophia said softly, "But time took away everything. As soon as you lost your job, the whole environment changed. My parents used to say every day, 'The girl was educated, she could have got a better home, you know?' Andrew, their taunts broke me from inside." Andrew's face turned sour. "Yes, I could hear everything, but I used to keep quiet. Because if I would have replied, the matter would have escalated, and I wanted you not to have to stand in any fight. But by keeping quiet, I slowly became hollow. Tears flowed from Sophia's eyes. And then, that day when I was standing in the court, the lawyer opened the file and asked me to sign. My hands were shaking, my heart was screaming, "Don't make this mistake." But I signed the paper due to the insistence of my parents, the eyes of my relatives, and the fear of society. And at that moment, I felt as if someone had taken out my soul. The picture of that scene floated in Andrew's eyes. I was also there, Sophia. Saw you signing. In that one moment, my whole world shattered. It felt as if the funeral of my dreams took place in that room of the courtroom. When I came out, even my legs were shaking. I was thinking, for whom will I live now? Both their voices had broken. Light raindrops had started falling in the sky, as if nature itself was crying. Sophia said softly, "Andrew, that day, I was in the court only physically. My heart was lying there with you. I tried doing small jobs, but everywhere people would look at my degree and say, 'If someone with an education like yours loses his job, how can we be sure that you will stay?' I kept getting rejections after rejections, and slowly, I started breaking down. I started finding solace in alcohol." Sophia's eyes were not stopping. "Andrew, you know, I too could never sleep peacefully after the divorce. People would say to me, 'Look, this woman could not handle her husband. Being a married woman and living alone, society burnt me alive every day. I would get taunts in every wedding and every relationship. When I used to lie down on the bed at night, your empty place would tear me apart." Andrew took a deep breath. Alcohol suppressed the pain for some time, but slowly it destroyed me. I drowned in debt. My family started turning away from me. And then one day, out of compulsion, I had to do this job of a security guard. I stand at the door of London Bank day and night. I see everyone coming and going, but no one even looks at me. "I've become an invisible person in this uniform," Sophia said, sobbing. "And I tried to control myself from outside, but I kept dying from inside every day. I would go to work but would sit on the office chair and drown in your memories. Many times after returning home, I would look at myself in the mirror and think, is this the same woman who once loved life?" Andrew, after the divorce, I stopped living. I just continued breathing. Andrew looked into her eyes and said, "So, tell me, Sophia, why did we both waste so many years? Why did we let the society win over us? The love between us was true. Then why did we lose?" Sophia said with trembling lips, "Because we both became weak." The rain had stopped. Both their wet eyes and wet clothes were proof of the pain that was suppressed for years. Breaking the long silence, Andrew said, "Sophia, do you believe that we both still love each other?" Sophia nodded without hesitation. "Yes, Andrew. If it was not love, I would not have broken down after seeing you like this today. If it was not love, I would not have cried calling your name every night, even after the divorce. The truth is that I never left you. I just gave in to the circumstances." Andrew's eyes filled up with tears, and I too never left you. But yes, I was defeated. I ruined myself by drowning in alcohol. And by losing you, I also lost the purpose of life. But Sophia, today after seeing you in front of me, I feel that maybe everything is not over. Maybe a spark can rise from the ashes," Sophia said in a trembling voice. Then, "Why don't we make a new beginning? This time we will not be afraid of society. We will not run away from circumstances. If we have to fall, we will fall together. And if we have to rise, we will rise together." Andrew's breathing became faster. "But Sophia, I am not that Andrew anymore. I am a security guard whose respect no one sees in the crowd. Will you be able to live a new life with such a man?" Sophia held his hand tightly. "Your respect for me never depended on job or money, Andrew. It depended on your heart. And that heart is still beating for me. If you are ready, I am standing with you even today." Tears welled up in Andrew's eyes. "Sophia, these words of yours brought me alive. Perhaps today I am breathing again for the first time. If you are with me, then I can stand myself up again. I promise that I will not give up this time." Sophia smiled softly and said, "So it is decided. ... This time, we will defeat the circumstances." The next day when Sophia returned home, her mother saw the glow on her face. Her mother immediately asked, "Sophia, what happened? Why are you smiling so much?" Sophia hesitated but could not hide the truth. She said softly, "Mom, I met Andrew. On hearing this, her mother's face hardened. The same man again. The one who gave you pain? The one who left you alone? Sophia, don't be mad. Those who look back in life get only pain. Sophia's eyes filled up with tears. Mom, yes, he made a mistake. But shouldn't a person get a second chance? I too had decided to go away from him, so wasn't I wrong? If he wants to change now, how can I leave him alone? Mother said angrily. What will people say? Society will laugh at you. It's the same old husband of a divorced woman again. All this will become a spectacle. Sophia remained silent, but there was determination in her eyes. Mom, I don't care if people laugh or taunt me. I will listen to my heart. If life is giving a relationship another chance, I will not back out. On the other hand, Andrew, sitting in his small rented room, decided that he will change his situation now. He picked up the whiskey bottle and threw it on the ground. The glass shattered, as if his old weaknesses had been broken. He told his friend, I will not run away anymore. If Sophia has accepted me, then I have to prove myself. I will work hard, no matter how much time it takes. I want her to be proud of me. But society was not easy. The people in the neighborhood started whispering. Did you see? Sophia is running after her ex-husband again. Hey, that man has no power. He's a security guard. The girl has probably gone mad. These words reached the ears of both of them. One evening, Sophia and Andrew met in London Park. People stared at each other. Time passed, but the taunts of the society did not reduce. Every day while working as a guard outside London Bank, Andrew would hear people talking. Hey, this is the one, isn't he? It's the one whose wife left him, and now he is hanging out with her again. Poor guy. His wife is the breadwinner. Otherwise, what is his status? These words pierced her heart like an arrow. But Andrew kept working with his head bowed down every time. The biggest support for him now was only Sophia's smile. One evening, Sophia reached outside the bank. She said. It was raining, but Andrew was standing with an umbrella. He let his clothes get wet, but kept standing holding the door for the people coming and going. Sophia's eyes became moist. She said softly, Andrew, this work is not small for you. This is hard work, and hard work always brings respect. Andrew smiled bitterly and said, Yes, Sophia, but when people laugh at me, it breaks my heart. I was once a man of dreams. I claimed to conquer the world for you, and today, Sophia took his face in her hands. Andrew, you have everything, your honesty, your hard work, your love. All this is far above that salary of thousands of pounds. Forget what people think. I only need you. Her words touched Andrew deeply. He thought if Sophia has accepted me, then I will change my life. That night, sitting alone in the room, Andrew wrote a diary for the first time. Today, I have decided that I will no longer be just a security guard. I will study again, work hard, and give my family the life they deserve. This is my second life. And this time, I will not ruin it under any circumstances. Sophia felt a strange peace after seeing all this. He told Andrew, I am with you every step of the way, no matter what people say. A few months passed. Now the scene outside the bank had changed. Where people used to laugh earlier, now the same people slowly became silent, because every day Andrew does his work with complete honesty. He reaches the bank first thing in the morning, stands responsibly at the door, and helps any elderly or female customer going inside. Once an elderly woman was coming out of the bank after withdrawing money. Suddenly her balance fell, and notes started flying. The crowd was watching the spectacle. But Andrew immediately ran and collected all the money and handed it over to the woman. The woman had tears in her eyes. Son, who is so honest in the world these days, may God give you happiness. On hearing this, the people standing there became silent. Those who once thought Andrew was a joke now started saluting him. Sophia was watching all this from a distance. There was pride in her eyes. At night, she said, See, Andrew, people have changed, because you've changed yourself. There is no greater power than hard work and truth. Andrew smiled. No, Sophia. People changed because you did not let me give up. If you had not recognized me outside the bank that day, I would not have been standing here today. Slowly, his life started improving. Andrew worked as a security guard during the day and taught tuition to children in the evening. Money started increasing a bit. But one day, a big incident happened. There was a sudden robbery in the bank. 4 masked men entered with guns. People started screaming in panic. All the guards of the bank retreated in fear, but Andrew moved forward, caught one robber without caring for his life. The other 3 ran away, but the police arrived and the situation was controlled. The next day, the headline appeared in the newspaper. Ordinary security guards showed bravery. Bank robbery failed. The whole city echoed with Andrew's name. People who once made fun of him now started praising him. Time passed by quickly. Now, Andrew was no longer just a security guard, but had become an example of honesty and courage. He got a promotion from his bank job, and his teaching work also increased. His life was becoming stable. But the biggest victory was that society had started accepting his relationship. The relatives who used to taunt Sophia now used to say, "Son, you did the right thing. Only a loving and trusting woman like you can change a person." Sophia used to smile and think from her heart every time. Relationships don't break if a person has the courage to mend them. One evening, both of them were sitting on the roof of the house. A light breeze was blowing. John broke the silence. "Sophia, I have lost a lot. I have fallen a lot. But if I am standing today, it is only because of your trust. You held my hand when the whole world had left me." Sophia wiped her tears and said, "Andrew, if I had left you, I would have never been able to live peacefully. It was our fault that the relationship broke, but we got this chance to make it again. This is our real victory." Andrew held her hand tightly. "I promise, no matter how life is now, I will never leave your hand." At that moment, tears were flowing from both their eyes, but those tears did not show pain. They had the glow of victory. Some children were playing on the road below. One of them looked up and said, "Look how happy Uncle and Auntie are." Sophia and Andrew laughed. That laughter which healed all the wounds of the past. Friends, this was not just a story. It was a mirror of reality, because many relationships break due to misunderstandings, taunts, and circumstances. But if true love returns, life can be made again. Think. If Sophia had cared about society, would Andrew's life have changed? If Andrew had given up, would he have been able to stand with respect today? Maybe not. So remember, love, trust, and courage are the biggest strengths of human life. If this story has touched your heart, then definitely share it with your friends and family. Because maybe a broken heart will find a new reason to live from this story. And yes, if you want to hear such heart-touching, tear-filled, and inspiring stories in future too, then subscribe to the channel now, like the video, and write in the comment. True love never loses. We will meet again with a new story. Till then, remember, behind every broken relationship, there is definitely a hope of getting together again.